sun's rising over America. Bill Bennett's Morning in America. Let's get rolling. Call 866-680-6464. Atlantic to Pacific, north to south, across the globe. It's Bill Bennett's Morning in America. Here's Bill.
You bet. It's Bill Bennett. It's Morning in America. It is 7 minutes past the hour. No guest this hour except our distinguished audience. You have the most important voice, and we want to hear from you. Let's go to Craig in Denton, Texas. Hey, Craig. Hi.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Bennett. How are you?
Good. You know Coach Ken?
I do not. I'm a relatively new Denton. I work out of Northern California,
Okay.
so I get back about every 2 weeks. I'm not totally dialed in yet.
All right, you got to look him up. You got to have a beer with him. Go ahead.
Well, I will. Well, first of all, let me just offer my appreciation for your show.
Thank you.
Because I think it's a serious effort for you to educate people, and
to be educated. And to be educated. That's these listeners and folks. No, I've learned a ton. I have learned a ton, and we listen. We talk, but we listen too. So go ahead, Craig.
Well, and I always appreciate that about you. It's not like some of the stuff that sounds like professional wrestling interviews on radio. But anyway.
You're an idiot.
Exactly.
Right.
I wanted to talk about Obama's comments in his interview with Vox.
Yes.
Words mean things.
Yes.
And with this president, it's almost, you don't even need a secret decoder ring. If you just kind of stand back and look at more of a macro picture, you kind of figure out what he means. And there's a point that I think some people haven't talked about. His quote is, and I'm repeating, we devote an enormous resources to that, and it's right and appropriate for us to be vigilant and aggressive in trying to deal with that. He's talking about terrorism.
Yeah.
The same way a big city mayor got to cut the crime rate down if he wants the city to thrive. And I thought the context of that statement was, the way he framed it was really telling. And let me tell you what I think. I think that his words speak to the fact that he doesn't really think of himself as the President of the United States. I think he thinks of himself as the President of the world or the United Nations. Because if you think about that, he's saying that his constituency is the one that he has to clean up. He doesn't identify them as a foreign enemy.
Yeah.
He talks about them like they're citizens. And it's kind of a consistent theme that he's got with wanting to close Guantanamo Bay and send these people back home or trade them. It's a consistent theme with the fact that he had Holder want to try some terrorists in civilian U.S. court under U.S. law, under U.S. protections and rights.
Yes.
And it also explains his open border policy, because citizenship doesn't really mean anything if you're a citizen of the world.
It's interesting.
And also, I don't know. I can't even read my own handwriting.
But let me give you a pause here and look it over. But this is a very plausible hypothesis. The metaphor in his mind is this is a world order over which he presides, and we're the most powerful country. He's the most powerful man and the greatest one ever to sit in that office. And as he said in Egypt, as he said in Germany, as he said around the world, he will bring peace and a reset button to the whole world, a new world order.
And remember,
we've heard that phrase before,
Yeah, but he also said that we were no greater or lesser than any other nation among that term.
Yeah, and other countries think of themselves as in the same way as irreplaceable, indispensable as the indispensable nation. It's a very interesting set of thoughts. Love to, if you work further on it, send us an email and we'll read it on air. Very nice manner of expression too, Craig. Call us again, would you?
I certainly will. Thank you so much.
And your means and mode of expression are just going to get better by living in Texas, They'll become more colorful.
I am a third-generation Californian, and finally got my wife dragged me to Texas.
Yeah, well,
she dragged me.
Yeah, that's where the progress is, man. So anyway,
I'm telling you, I actually have dual citizenship now, so it's good.
Yeah, okay, great to hear from you. Let's hear from you again. Very good call.
Right.
Thank you. There's a find. This is what you do when you take these calls. You're a brilliant guy. Interesting formulation. Citizen of the world. See, the people we're talking about with whom we disagree the most are the people whose phrase was it? Transnational agnostics, transnational progressive agnostics. And Obama pretty much is in that camp. We'll be back.
I'm doing all right.
This is your personal wake-up call. Bill Bennett's Morning in America.